I'd like to show you just a couple more examples of some situations that look a little bit different than what we've seen so far that you just might encounter. But our basic steps are the same. What we've been doing so far is what we will continue to do. Let's start the problem by identifying the equation that is solved for x or y, and it's our top one. It's solved for y. The y is isolated here on the right side, but totally solved for y. That's fine. It doesn't always need to be on the left side. This looks just fine the way it is. And thinking about how we will substitute, we will take this expression, 10 minus 13x, and we will be substituting it where? In place of y, right there. So let's recopy this equation that we're plugging into. 4 times y is now 4 times this expression, 10 minus 13x, and the equation continues with plus x equals negative 11. Now, solving this equation, we need to do the distribute first. 4 times 10 and 4 times negative 13x takes us to 40 minus 52x, and then plus x equals negative 11. We have like terms right here. A negative 52x with positive 1x leaves us with a negative 51x. I'll bring down the 40 and bring down the equals negative 11. I'm going to continue working. I'll now get the constants over to the right side. So I'm taking away 40 both sides, and it brings us to negative 51x equals negative 51. Interesting, but when we divide both sides by negative 51, we see that x equals a nice positive 1. Now let's find what our y value is. Let's take x equals 1, and we'll be plugging it in right up here. 10 minus 13x equals y, so 10 minus 13 times 1 equals y. And our order of operations will take us to 10 minus 13 equals y, and that's negative 3 equals y. And if you ever felt a preference of always seeing the variable on the left side, you're free to flip-flop sides of an equation. You definitely could have said, I'll just feel better going through this problem if it looks like y equals 10 minus 13x. Totally fine to do that. We should come up with the same answer either way, that x equals 1 and y equals negative 3. So a slightly different appearance to these equations, but we still saw the key components: an equation solved for y and a place to substitute it into the other equation.